Can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. Bet's gonna cover. Bet's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Friday, June 20th. Here, it's not a holiday, it's a weekend. Time for our sports betting weekend, and what a night last night with the NBA Finals, game number 6. We saw the Indiana Pacers crush the Oklahoma City Thunder to send it to a 7th and deciding game on Sunday night. Definitely a great performance there by the Pacers last night to get the win over the Thunder. Man, did they have a big performance in the game here on Thursday. Hopefully you're able to join the crew last night here with the Sports Money team, joining by razor sharp picks yesterday for the coverage, and well, maybe you're able to join me as well over on Nuke the House channel last night for a few winners in the game with our NBA Finals. So Oklahoma City won it 108 or Indiana won it 108 to 91 as the Pacers blowout forces that Game 7 win. Indiana hot early, hitting 8 of 10 shots in the first quarter to get out to that lead. And TJ McConnell, big performance there as well with the first quarter, 8 points and 3 assists. Pacers then went on a big 17-2 run in the second quarter. Then they forced 12 turnovers, 8 steals, 3 blocks in the first half. They led by 22 at halftime. Thunder just 1 of 11 from 3 in the first half, and they had 12 turnovers as well. The Pacers eventually led by 30 points. Indiana hit 15 threes, had 6 players in double figures, and we had the Indiana Pacers as our high roller premium pick over at Tony's Picks. For the win last night, Indiana plus the points, and hopefully you caught the plays that I had over there on the Cover the Spread show. As I said, go under in game number 6 yesterday. Hey, and we had some prop winners as well, as I went with Nemhard over 12.5 points and assists over there on the happy hour show last night is my play. Also over there on the Nuke the House last night, we had TJ McConnell over 18.5 on his PRA, and we did go with Halliburton over 13.5 points. I did ramp him up a little bit. Probably cost me a little bit of extra money there on the end, trying to score some of those. But hey, he was out of the game there after a while because it was such a blowout, so he didn't really get a chance to put the kibosh on him late and get a bunch of points. That would have been a real nice game for me, but still pretty pleased there. We'll be topping 20 points as well as Oklahoma finished 6 of 30 from three-point range and had 21 turnovers. What's going to happen on Sunday night? We know the line. It is out right now, and Oklahoma City, of course, favored by 8, pretty much across the board. There is some 8.5s, DraftKings right now, but look at the total. It's Game 7 total for sure, at least compared to first 6 games of this series with a total of 215.5. What's going to happen in game number 7 here on Sunday night? Let's go to the chat and say hello to the folks. The chat All-Stars. Hello, Stars. Here for Andrew K. He's here. He says, he says, how about the United States against Saudi Arabia last night? They were able to get that victory and advance to the knockout stage in the Gold Cup. Hopefully you caught me there on the happy hour yesterday. And I also repeated the prediction there on the Nuke the House channel. I said it would be 0-0 at halftime of the United States-Saudi Arabia game, and I said it'd be 1-0 in the end. So guess we get one right. Get it exactly right once in a while. Team USA advances. They got a star in Richards. That was a spectacular goal. Look who they played. I get all that, but U.S. in the knockout stage. So we'll give them a little bit of credit there on that one. All right. Let's see who else is here. We've got Nuke is here. Good morning to Nuke. Robert McCormick is here today. Andrew G. Good morning to him. He says Game 7 Sunday, and out of those, only 5 Game 7s in the last 35 years, and the average margin of victory just 7 points. Uh-oh. Does that put us on the Pacers? Nuke says, like it and smash it, everyone. Thank you for watching us here on the Sports Money Network, fastest growing channel on YouTube for sports betting. Damon Waring is here as well. Good morning. Real Madrid Doge, hello. He says, good morning. Need to get some money going here for our weekend. We got our Friday card, Major League Baseball, 3 in the WNBA, 1 in the CFL as well. We'll find some sports, and yeah, we may make a few picks in the soccer as we did last night. Like I said, we had that USA game smash. We also had a premium pick winner here with my sports money premiums yesterday, as I had Trinidad and Tobago +2 in their game. They ended up losing that game, but they did get the money against Haiti. We also had a winner with Miami with our VIP picks, the free VIP picks. We had Inter Miami over Porto yesterday. They got that win. And we also had a winner in the CFL over there on the happy hour. We said take Montreal to beat Edmonton. They did just that in a high-scoring game. A little bit sloppy there in a way defensively for Montreal, but Edmonton did a nice job battling back there a little bit. And Tex says 8.5 seems free-ish. I don't know which team he's talking about. Tex, let me know. I imagine that means +8.5 seems free-ish there with the Pacers, but man, be careful here in game number 7. He clarifies it. Tex clarifies it. All right. I'm going to fire up the YouTube over here so I can see the community leaderboard and keep track of how you guys are doing joining me in the chat. All right. Hey, let's take a look at what happened for me yesterday in Major League, because I know you're all just dying to know, but actually it's how we review the games here. Only review the ones we win, but that's okay. It keeps the show short, but I do like to accentuate the positives. So let's take a look at Major League Baseball, where we did have a winner here yesterday on the show with the Twins and the Reds to go over as the Twins were able to get the win. Buxton 2 home runs in that one, and Minnesota had 4 home runs on the day. Colorado and Washington, we did have a premium pick winner on the under in that one, despite the 2 2-run homers from Red Hot James Wood. It becomes set a milestone there for young players hitting home runs before the age of 23 with his big blasts there again. Hey, don't forget, hopefully you're watching me over there on the Cover the Spread channel as I had the Detroit Tigers with Tariq Skubal yesterday over Haney. And that was the Tigers were able to get that game one win on the run line there over Pittsburgh. Riley Green had that 3-run double. Did they get the run line? I'm trying to remember now yesterday with that twin bill. 9-2 in the first game is what the final was. Also, we had a winner here on the morning's team with the Chicago White Sox on the run line in game one. They did get the run line despite Contreras hitting that 2-run home run there, and that put the Cardinals in control 5-4 as they trailed that game but came back to win. We also had a winner here yesterday on the show with the Kansas City Royals over the Texas Rangers. Caglianone hit that big home run. We also had a premium pick winner on the under in that game with Kansas City and Texas. Winner here on the show yesterday, Arizona and Toronto. Game 2 go under there as Suarez had 4 RBIs and a home run for Arizona. We had a winner here on the show yesterday with Cleveland in the game against San Francisco there yesterday. Giants were able to win it, but Cleveland got the run line. Wilmer Flores RBI double for the Giants. We also had a premium pick winner on the under in that game, 4-2 final score there. Or no, I'm sorry, 4-2, 2-1. 2-1 was the score. That's why we had that run line winner. Had a lot of winners yesterday on the diamond. St. Louis and the White Sox game to go over in game 2. We had that one as well. Burleson 3-run home run in that one for St. Louis. Also a winner here on the show with game number 2. We had Paul Skeens day yesterday, pardon me, as the Tigers ended up actually losing to the Pirates by the score of 8-4. Skeens got the win there late. Pittsburgh surged there with the extra inning win, but they won it 8-4 yesterday. Also, winner here on the show. Did we win all the picks on the show? No, but we did have the Phillies over Miami yesterday with Sanchez. And we also had a premium pick winner on the under in that game with Philadelphia and Miami as well. Schwarber hit a home run in that one. We had the winner on the show once again with the Mets and Atlanta game to go under despite Matt Olson's 3-run double for Atlanta down the right field line. The Mets have lost 7 in a row as I had my premium winner over at Tony'sPicks.com with the Atlanta Braves last night. Also had another winner on that Cover the Spread show with Baltimore and Tampa Bay to go under. Yeah, I did go under in a game that had Charlie Morton in it, and we had that winner. And, of course, late night, did I have the Padres over the Dodgers, those losers, yesterday? Yeah, of course we did. And you know what? Ball don't lie. So just take your, I don't know what I want to say to Dave Roberts right now, but Abel, if you're out there, you Dodger fans, I'm going to have a piece of you guys right now. You guys want to fight? I'm ready. Let's throw down as the Padres beat the Dodgers last night in an under. We did have the under here on the show yesterday, but last night, obviously, unless you might have crashed out early after the football, the basketball game, but it was a rugged day there for the Dodgers, as immigration officials, or maybe it was a border patrol, wanted to get into the Dodger parking lot and check things out around there. And protesters came, big chaos day. So that's why the Dodgers couldn't win. They had a bunch of distractions there. They wanted to use the stadium parking lot for a Home Depot raid, I think. So I don't know what the kind of business the Dodgers are running around there in Dodger Stadium, but I know one thing they're doing is headhunting practically out there right now. Anyways, Padres get the win despite that ninth inning incident. Fernando Tatis was hit for the third time in the series. Schilt raced out of the dugout. Dave Roberts came out and shoved him with his forearm, and then Ohtani got hit. And Ohtani knew that he was such doomed yesterday that he waved his team back to the bench because he basically was saying, hey, Dave Roberts is the one that started it. Don't even bother coming out. I knew I was going to get hit because you set me up. So Ohtani knows how to play the game. Dave Roberts, he manages a game like chicken shit is what he is. So anyways, the Dodgers can worry about themselves. The Padres get the win last night. Bogarts came up with a big hit in the game. He'd been struggling, but he's had big hits in 2 games in a row there. And Padres beat the Dodgers because ball don't lie. All right, that's enough. I was getting really mad there. All right. Hey, in the WNBA, we did take care of a few things there as well, as I did go with the Phoenix Mercury over there on the happy hour yesterday. And not only did they cover, they won the game over the Liberty. Phoenix, one of the hottest teams in the WNBA. And we did have our premium pick winner with the Golden State Valkyries with the win over Indiana. I had the premium pick over there at Tony's Picks yesterday. Valkyries plus the points. They won the game over the Indiana Fever, who maybe have enjoyed their trip to San Francisco a little bit too much as the Valkyries continue to impress. All right, who's in the chat and making fun of me, getting mad about the Dodgers game? Is Abel here right now? Can he stand up for his team today? All right, let's see here. JM might have had some Buxton action. Bilo says, what happened with Badosa? Yeah, was a bummer there. We just saw that happen just a few moments ago here with, and it's interesting because I couldn't, that match to me didn't make much sense. And now the line, looking back on it, maybe there was, a little something to that yesterday as Jinchu Wang advances. Paula Badosa had to retire after the first set. NYC Bar, good morning. Good to see you here. Andrew Gooding, also good to see you. Textiles talking about James Wood and those numbers. Texas laughing at me. And look what Andrew says. They hit Ohtani, and the pitcher just walked off, right? He was like, I'm ejected. The Padres were on their third manager by the end of the game. Andrew says we have those upsets there. Roberts was mad because Ohtani was getting hit as well. All right. And that was weird, huh, Bilo? Real tough way to lose a match. We're seeing some other matches here today with our action over in Europe. Lechka over Fernley in London right now. Draper leading in the first set against Nakashima in Germany. It was Medvedev over Michelson, and Zverev just beat Kaboli a few moments ago. About to get underway here in just a moment. Kessler is going to be taking on Katie Bolter. Bolter favoring this one. Watch out for McCartney Kessler in that match for sure. Today, I believe. Looks like the move here has been on Kessler, so watch out there. And Yastremska over Layla today. Right now, Towson coming back on Lynette. I hope so. I have Towson -3 games, but it's going to take some work there because she got rocked in the first set. Vondrasova just wrapped up against Jabeur. Well, that was quite a while ago. And then the Badosa match, Wang advanced there. Suppose Wang advancing there, right? Okay. Let's see here.
Steam play.
Got some steam coming in right now, and it is on the Kansas City Royals in their game against the Padres. Will the Padres have a letdown? Probably, of course, right? But we'll see. Kansas City, though, taking a little bit of steam right now with us. Maybe our first move here of the show with the Royals right now taking the move here against the Padres. Padres were, I don't know, they were as high as $1.85 on the openers there. And they are down to $1.53 right now at BetOnline. So pretty big move here on the Royals. Terrell says even if Oklahoma City wins, he won't be impressed. They didn't have enough good performances, I think is what Terrell's saying here right now. And Tex says Owens today. Yeah, Owens. It's over. It's over for Owens in this one. She went uh, uh, down there. Just let's see. What was it? What were those scores? 6-4, 6-1. Justin, good morning. And Nuke says, "Oh my gosh, are the Cubs the best team in the National League?" That's what last night. Holden Kushner asked me on the show to kind of go over who I thought the best teams were. And I had, I was throwing in teams like the Cubs, like the Tigers in there, teams that people are not really too impressed. Well, I think the Cubs people are pretty impressed with, but for some reason the Tigers don't seem to get the attention that they deserve. All right, I guess that's it for the pre-show here. Hey, you can get more picks from me today over at winnable.com/Ramon. I'll have more premium picks. Hey, we already came through with some great picks overnight. Hey, I had the Brisbane Lions on my VIP selections over the Geelong Cats plus 18.5. They won the game outright here overnight. 92-51. They smashed the Geelong Cats. And hopefully you had them with me over there at winnable.com with my free VIP picks. We've also come through so far with a winner in tennis with Yastrzemska. And if you want to check out the rest of my tennis today, there's still a few matches to come on my card today, including, let's see here, looks like 2 more matches here on my card. 3 more matches, I think, on my card today. So check it out over at winnable.com. 50 cents a day can get you more updates from me, a little extra content. This is how you support me here on the show. We rolled yesterday my premium card. I just said the 3 winners there. We had the Phillies and the Marlins under. We had the Padres and the Dodgers under. And we had Trinidad and Tobago yesterday with those winners there over at winnable.com/Ramon. So please check that out. There we go. There's the address, and I really do appreciate all the supporters here that get those extra plays from me every day. Use that promo code right there, STEAM. Okay, let's get ready and get to the show. We got mostly Major League Baseball to talk about here today. And Andrew G says he likes the Geelong Cats. All right, let's get into the show. Andrew K, he had the no score first half exact score line with me. Got one day game in the major leagues today with the Seattle Mariners taking on the Chicago Cubs. George Kirby on the mound here today, going up against Boyd in this one for Kirby. Comes in with a 5.96 ERA, 5 starts, a 1-3 record, 1.36 whip, and a 3.48 batting average against. Kirby hasn't been too good so far upon his return, but the widely reported steam did come in on the under here in this one, despite the fact that we're seeing weather conditions kind of blowing out here a little bit, I believe, today in the first game with Seattle and Chicago. Got to know what the weather's like in Chicago, and the wind is blowing out to left field, left center or so, 10 to 13 miles an hour today. Temperatures in the mid to high 70s. Rain is expected here at the start of the game, but should clear if there is no delay and be a day game here. The only one here are our Friday Cubs game. So let's see what you guys have in this one today with Mariners taking on the Cubs, with Kirby taking on Boyd here. Boyd 2.79 ERA, 1.16 whip, 252 batting average against. Boyd is 6-3, but the Cubs are 7-7 with Boyd on the mound. Boyd is 5-8 to the under in his starts this season. For Chicago here, come into this one with a 4-2 record, their last 6 games, but 12-3 in their last 15 at home. Seattle's gone just 1-7 in their last 8 games on the road. They've also dropped 9 of their last 11 games against the Cubs overall, and 1-5 here in Wrigley. Seattle's dropped 10 of their last 15 games overall. Cubs have gone under in 5 of their last 6, and they've also gone under in 7 of their last 8 games against the Seattle Mariners. Let's see what the chat has here as we get our day started with our one-day game. Golf is underway today. Anybody, is Scotty already going to win the tournament after shooting a 62 yesterday? He was tied for first with Austin Eckroat. Patrick Cantlay is having a big day here so far with a couple of birds, I think, early on to kind of move up the leaderboard as they get rolling here. Let's see what we got here. Bilo says, what about an Isamova match? I don't know about that one, Bilo. I don't have a pick in that one, I don't think here. Man, and I thought me, I'm going to try to get on every game, but I don't think I did have anything there in that one. But I'll probably try to figure it out. Justin's on the Mariners here. He's got Polanco over on his total bases. Also, Mariners team total over here possibly today for Justin. Andrew's on the Mariners. Dying Legacy's on the Mariners. Everybody likes the Mariners today. Maybe they like Kirby. Nuke says, got to be the Cubs on the run line. Plus $1.45. Take the Cubs, says Nukie. And Terrell's on Seattle first 5. Trevor likes the under, and I'm going to take the under here. We've already seen that move, it feels like, on the under in this one. Down still 9.5, huh? 9.5. I like that. Give me the under here. Yeah, I know the wind's blowing out, so I'm sure that's kind of why. But I'm going to take the under here now. I would think that, maybe that there could be some runs early there. We'll see what that weather's like. But NYC Bar, he's back, and he says a consensus play here on the Seattle Mariners. Thank you, NYC Bar. That's so cool to have you doing that again. I'll gladly mark it down here. But I'm going to be on the under, actually. Blue is on the under with me, and we're underway here with our baseball previews today. Let's get into the nighttime action here with the Rangers taking on the Bucks here on the road with Jake DeGrom on the mound. DeGrom here with a 2.19 ERA and a 6-2 record. Rangers are 9-5 with DeGrom on the mound this season. Despite the Rangers playing more than 2/3 of their games to the under this season, Jake DeGrom is 7 overs and 7 unders. He hasn't been a total under dominant pitcher despite his strong numbers here. 0.91 whip, 197 batting average against. The widely reported steam did come in on Pittsburgh here. Texas is down to $1.80 or so. They weren't much higher than this, but did get 10 cents or so knocked off by that steam here. And the total currently 7.5 over maybe over 15, maybe over 20. It's gone down just a little bit. But, man, with the Rangers and the way they play unders and, well, the Pirates, they might have played a few unders as well. These two teams are a combined 52 and 94 to the under this season. Pirates, of course, average just 3.2 runs per game here. But, the Rangers allow 3.4 runs per game. They don't score a lot of runs either. It really kind of makes it tough to think the Rangers could win this game, I would think, by 2 runs, much less 1 run. So I'm going to take the Pirates here on the run line in this one against Jake DeGrom. Yeah, DeGrom's been dominant, but, oh, man, could they really, this Rangers team, win a game by 2 runs on the road? I'll take the Pirates plus 1.5 runs here. Maybe slightly favored in that roll, about $1.20 or so. I'm going to take the Pirates on the run line. Andrew K is going to just take the Pirates, period. And this one, Blue says Rangers team total over 3.5. Stop Geo says the Publics are on the Giants tonight, but the winds are howling out to left field. NYC Bar likes the Rangers here. And Justin says Rangers first 5 under in that game, 4.5 in the game with DeGrom and Burrows. All right, next up, we've got the Orioles on the road taking on the Yankees with Sugano going up here against Max Fried. For Fried here, 1.89 ERA, 0.94 whip, 201 batting average against. Fried's 9-2. The Yankees are 12-3 with Fried on the mound. Sugano continues to be a good addition for the Orioles this season, 3.38 ERA. He's 5-4 in the Orioles are 8-6 with Sugano on the mound. That's pretty good when you're 10 games under 500. He's got a 1.13 whip and a 249 batting average against here in this one for the Yankees here. Look, the obviously big favorite here at minus 230 or so, and the total is shaded up now, 9 over, even as high as over 9 over 20 here in this one. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. Now, we know the Yankees are having some struggles here for sure, having lost 6 of their last 7 games overall. The Orioles come in here with a 5-2 record in their last 7 games. Not only that, they've beaten the Yankees in 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams. Yankees here just 1-5 at home in their last 6 games. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over, but Baltimore's gone under in 14 of their last 19 games, and 10 of their last 12 games on the road have gone under as well. The Yankees have gone under in 7 of their last 8 games, but the steam came in on the over. And this one, what gives? Here we got Max Fried on the mound, and man, the Yankees have been bad. The offense has been shaky for sure. What could happen in this one? Let's go to the chat. Andrew's on the O's. Blue says give him the O's here. Team total under. Oh, O's team total under. Let's be the right emphasis there. NYC Bar likes the Yankees on the money line. Stop Geo says Yankees and O's first 5 under. Terrell says Sugano's already mowed down the Yankees back in April with 8 strikeouts in 5 scoreless innings. And it just feels like the Yankees aren't really doing much here right now. They're definitely struggling, but I don't know, new series for me. Oh man, this is tough because I really want to take the Yankees here, and maybe I've already learned my lesson, get kind of beat up on some of these. That's it for you guys in the chat, so I guess the pressure's on. Here in this one with, for me, Yankees and the Orioles. All right, here comes the one. Can't fade Fried, says NYC Bar. That's what I feel like, right? Like he can mow it down no matter what. The Yankees can score just a few runs and kind of get this one. So I'm going to take the Yankees here, minus a 1.5. I am going to go with this run line with the Yankees today, despite these struggles here right now. I think that switching series here, going to play the Orioles now. I know it's not a big fired up rivalry or anything like that, but I'm going to take them to get back on track just slightly here today at minus 1.5 at minus 115. I'm taking the Yankees in this one. Nuke says I'm going to take a flyer on the Orioles. The way this is going here right now. Justin's on the Yankees with me here, and Nine Legacy says he'll take the Rangers run line and the Yankees run line today. Next up is Detroit on the road, taking on the Rays. You've got Jack Flaherty on the mound here on the road against Shane Baz. Flaherty comes in with an ERA of 4, 1.132 whip, 208 batting average against, and a 250 BABIP. Decent numbers for Flaherty for sure here, and he is 5-7 on the season, and the Tigers are 5-9 with Flaherty on the mound. For Shane Baz, he's 6-3. The Rays are 10-4 with Baz on the mound. He's got a 4.5 ERA, 247 batting average against here for Detroit coming into this matchup with the Rays. They've won 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams, but Tampa's won 5 of their last 7 games overall. Detroit 14-6 in their last 20 games on the road. Detroit's gone over in 6 straight games coming into this one. However, Tampa's gone under in 4 of their last 5 games at home. Detroit's lost 6 of their last 8 games at Tampa, although in the other stadium there a little bit. Let's see what you have here with Detroit and Tampa on Friday night. Here we go with Andrew K. He is on the Tigers in this one. And that might be it from you guys today. I'm going to take the Detroit Tigers as well. Give me the Tigers on the road over Tampa. Does stand out that, Tampa has won with Boz quite a bit. It definitely very competitive here, but I'm going to take Flaherty in this one. All right, NYC Bar is on the Rays, and 9 Legacy says Tigers money line with me. The White Sox going to take on the Blue Jays here on Friday night. And you can have the Blue Jays, big favorite here, $2 favorite, with Spencer Turnbull on the mound, making the return here for Turnbull to the rotation here. First start for Turnbull in a year or so. Made 2 appearances so far, 2.08 ERA, but a 2 whip, 368 batting average against, and a 412. Babbitt. Turnbull just kind of lobbing the ball up there, it seems like right now. Martin here for the White Sox, he's 2-7, and the White Sox are 3-10 with Martin on the mound. So a 3.79 ERA, but a 1.22 whip and a 259 batting average against here in this matchup. The widely reported steam did come in on the White Sox in this game, knocking it down here a little bit, but still the Toronto is about a $1.80 favorite. We can update that a little bit. Definitely a bit of a move here to the White Sox. Maybe you could consider it a discount here, but I don't know. I kind of want to take a shot with the White Sox in this game. But you look at some of the trends, I don't know if that's going to point you in the right direction. The White Sox have lost 8 of their last 9 games here in Toronto. Toronto's won 14 of their last 20. They've been super hot right now. White Sox not only have lost 8 of the last 9 games here against Toronto, they've also lost 12 of the last 13 games against Toronto. White Sox have dropped 8 straight right now. They've lost 5 straight on the road. Bad times here. So I don't know. The Sharps are taking them, though. Can they do it today? Pardon me. Toronto's gone over in 11 of their last 12 games at home, although 9 of the last 12 games between these two teams have gone under. Toronto's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games overall. See what you guys have in this one with Toronto taking on the White Sox here today. Andrew K. He is on the Blue Jays. Blue is on the Blue Jays. NYC Bar says Blue Jays on the run line. Justin's got Barger time. He's going over in his total bases. Terrell says, boy. Terrell says take Toronto minus 2.5. They'll rock to a big victory here today. 9 Legacy says Blue Jays on the run line. Trevor's on the Blue Jays run line. And Nuke says take him in the first 5. Take him in the full game. Well, Townsend lost. Gave me a loss here. Townsend lost to Lynette. Man, she was coasting in that second set, and Lynette came back to rock. Oh, boy. And NYC Bar says the Blue Jays are a consensus here today. All right. Well, that's okay. Team Steam consensus taking the Blue Jays here. You're right, gang. I do need some water here. Man, I guess I agree with you guys in this one with the Blue Jays. They should be able to rock these guys. So I'll go with Team Steam, but I'm going to take them on the run line at this price. I'm not going to give out $1.80 money line, even if you guys like that. I will go ahead and take Toronto here on the run line in this one. Mm-hmm. All right, next up, the Braves take on the Marlins here with Fuentes here on the mound for Atlanta today. And he can be a road favorite against the Junk. So you got DDA Fuentes. He's a young man, 19 years old. Well, I think he just turned 20 right now. So you got a rising prospect here in Didier Fuentes, a man from Colombia, just turned 20 years old. How about that? Here gets the start today going up against Junk. Yeah, he's got a little major league experience here. So far, he's making his first start of the season. Miami will kind of have a bullpen game, it looks like here. Junk's made 5 appearances, 2.78 ERA, and a 105 whip. Coming into this one, 247 batting average against a 313 BABIP for Junk. For Fuentes here, make sure, do I have it right though with Fuentes? Yeah, Fuentes getting this call up here, so pretty good to see here as he comes up today. I don't think they've made the move. I think that's why I maybe not quite seeing him on some of the sites because they haven't made the corresponding move here yet. So this is a little early here for Fuentes, but he has been rising through. He had a 2.74 ERA at single A and pretty good control too. But so far in 25, went from high A all the way up to triple A pretty fast here. Does have a 4.81 ERA in AAA, but pretty good strikeout rate, nearly 30%, a 7% walk rate. Does have a 58% strand rate and a 2.81 FIP. So maybe that ERA is a little bit off, but man, when you have Smith Shawver gone, Lopez gone, going to have to add somebody here, it looks like right now. So Fuentes, this will just be probably just a spot start here right now while the Braves kind of get this group together of Sale, Strider back now, Schwellenbach, and then this is a spot where it would be Elder. So Fuentes will get this spot start here right now because the Braves are playing for 13 straight days and they'll need him to make this start. So he won't be up here for very long, but he'll get this start here as a 20-year-old today. So let's see what you got maybe here in this one between the Braves and the Marlins here. Braves on the road. Pretty hot here, obviously. They've won 6 of their last 7. Marlins have lost 7 of their last 8 games at home right now. So I don't know. Could be a discount, even though you got a young man here, mostly $1.40, total 9. Here comes some of the picks from you guys. It's going to be Andrew K's on the Marlins today, and NYC Bartho likes the Braves in this one. Also, Justin says give him Marcell Ozuna with an RBI today, and I got to take the Braves here in this one. At this price, they are hot, and the Miami Marlins are not. So give me the Braves here. Braves have pulled within 5 games of 500 here at this point. They're on a 3-game winning streak here right now after sweeping the New York Mets, and the Mets fans are panicking here at this point. Can't lose to the Braves in a sweep, but they did. Robert McCormick likes the Marlins in the first 5. Next up, the Mets. Those Mets are on the road, and now they've got to go with Tidwell here. So the Mets are trying to fix it, but all of a sudden they've got to deal with the pitcher just making his second start of the season, and Tidwell didn't look too good in that first outing in a loss. He's got a 14 ERA after that first game for Ryan Wheeler here. He's got a 7-2 record, 2.76 ERA, 187 batting average against, and a 249 BABIP. coming into this one. The Phillies have won 5 of their last 6 at home. They've won 7 of their last 8 games overall. The Mets have won 5 straight games against the Phillies, however, but this 6-game losing streak has the fans panicking. Mets have gone under in 14 of their last 19 games on the road. Coming into this one, let's go to the chat. The widely reported steam did come in on the Mets, but doesn't look like it's affected the line too much here. Phillies are still $1. It is a big, actually it has affected it quite a bit. Man, the Phillies are down to maybe $1.75 or so, and some of the sharp books even lower at circa at $1.69 here. So, man, okay. Let's see what the chat has. That's a pretty palatable all of a sudden here with the Phillies and this streak. Let's see what you have in the chat. It's going to be Andrew on the Phillies. Terrell says take the Braves right now. That price will go up today. Blue says Phillies on the run line. NYC Bar likes the under in the game between the Mets and the Phillies. Oh, man, the Mets are in a bad way, but, man, can the Phillies really get a run line victory here? I'm going to go with the over in the first 5 as my play here between the Mets and the Phillies. I'm going to add a first 5 here in that one. Like I said, I'm going to start adding more derivatives a little bit, and I'll take first 5 over here with the Mets and the Phillies. That line is 4. And I'm going to go with 4.5 over at minus $1.30 as my pick in this one. All right, let's continue on now with the Reds here on the road. You got Brady Singer going against Andre Palante here in this one, and you've got Palante favored at minus $1.40 here, going up for sure. Right now, I'm seeing $1.45 here at some books, so the money's pouring in on the Cardinals here, and the total in this one is 9 under 20. Let's bring it back here right now with Singer. For Singer here in this one, he comes in with an ERA of 4.34, 7-4 record, 1.33 the whip, 244 batting average against, at 277 BABIP for Singer. For Palante, he's 4-3 with a 4.83 ERA. 262 batting average against, a 287 BABIP in this one. Pitchers might be a little bit closely rated here, but for the Cardinals, they've won 4 of their last 5 games coming into this one. So have the Reds, actually, here, although the Cardinals were in a bit of a funk at home, losing 4 of their last 5. However, right now, the Cardinals coming off that 3-game winning streak over the White Sox there. Reds, meanwhile, did lose to Minnesota yesterday to snap their 4-game win string. 8 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams have gone under, including 5 of the last 6 games here in St. Louis. However, the Reds have gone over in 6 of their last 7 games overall. What do you guys have in this one with the Reds and the Cardinals today? Here we go with Gorky's got Bolter still today, and also he's got Noskova here today. Thank you to Gorky. Yeah, Bolter's coming up right now, and Noskova also a little bit later on against Shramkova. All right. Andrew's on the Reds. NYC Bar is on the Reds. Blue says under in this one. Justin's on the over with the Cardinals game. Also, Gorky likes Spain to win. He likes Rune. He's got Real Madrid as well. I think I've got those right. Hope I said those right, Gorky. He likes the Reds in the first 5. You know what? I like the Reds in the first 5, Gorky. Give me that. I'm going to take that with Gorky. Give me the Reds in the first 5 today. That's what I'm going to go with. Or Robert had it. Okay, Robert had it. I'm going with Robert. I'm going with Robert. First 5, Reds. Gorky can do it too, but I'll take Reds here in the first 5. All right. Next up, the Brewers are taking on Minnesota here today with Mizorowski on the mound taking on Joe Ryan. Boy, this sounds like a great pitching matchup. We'll see how Mizorowski fares. Got pushed back a day with that turned ankle, but hey, this guy's never given up a hit in his major league career. He's got an ERA of 0, and the Brewers won that first start. Right now, he's got a 30% K rate and a near 25% walk rate. That's all right. If you don't give up a hit, you might still be able to win the games. Brewers here. Underdog, though, still against Ryan. Man, Ryan, $1.60 here. Let's take a look at this. Is that still the number? It's gone down a little bit, but some of the square books are still that high. Does seem like kind of a high line, but man, I want to see Mizorowski on one on the road. He might be pretty popular today, but going up a pretty formidable opponent on the mound in Ryan. So total here in this one is 8. It's even starting to get shaded a little bit to the under here right now. I'll call it 8 under 15 as I update the line. Let's go with Ryan here, 2.92 ERA. Ryan's 2-9 to the under in his start so far. Mizorowski, that did go under in his first start. Ryan is 7-2, a 0.9 whip, 191 batting average against, a 232 BABIP. For Milwaukee here, they've won 7 of their last 9 games on the road. Minnesota's in a slump here right now. They've lost 6 of their last 7 games coming into this one. Minnesota's gone over in 9 of their last 13 games overall. However, Milwaukee's gone under in 11 of their last 16. Minnesota's also gone over in 5 of their last 6 games overall, and 10 of the last 15 meetings between these two teams here in Minnesota have gone under. I'm going with the under in this one even before I go to the chat. Let me see what the chat has in mind, but I'm going to take the under in this one with the Brewers. And, Minnesota doesn't even have I'm sorry about that, Joe Ryan. Let me give him a team to be on. There we go. That looks fun. I thought that looked kind of funny. Here we go in this one with Andrew K. He's on the Brewers. 9 Legacy says, give me the Braves with the rookie in that one. And the Reds money line. Thank you, 9 Legacy. NYC Bar likes the Brewers in this one. Fernando likes his Brewers. King Jaffe is here today. Nice to have King Jaffe. He likes the Brewers. That's his top underdog of the day. You know, it's funny. This line looks pretty attractive now all of a sudden to the Brewers, but I'm on the under here in this one with Blue. Robert's on the under as well. Jerry says he's got the Brewers money line and Mizorowski to get 6 strikeouts. And NYC Bar says the Brewers are the consensus play in this one today. Take Milwaukee according to the Team Steam consensus. Next up, the Diamondbacks are taking on the Rockies here with Zach Gallen on the mound going up against Austin Gomber. For Gallen here, he's got a 5.19 ERA, 1.35 whip, 234 batting average against. For Gomber, second start, he won his first start, didn't allow a run, so it looked pretty good there. Did the left-hander, but we'll see today how he fares in this one against Gallen. The widely reported steam did come in on the Rockies here. In fact, Arizona's down to maybe $1.85 or so at a few books. That show $1.70 right now at one particular book offshore, but call it $1.85 for the most part. The total here is at 12. Could it be a typical Colorado Rockies game here in this one? If it is, I might be more inclined to take the home team Rockies. After all, they're only the hottest thing going right now in baseball. Well, they did lose, obviously, with their last game to snap their season-high winning streak. They lost to Washington yesterday 4-3, but they got that run line, man, and Colorado on the run line, it's not a terrible proposition of late. They were awful early, couldn't even come close on these run lines, but they have gone 7-3 on the run line here in their last 10. So let's see what you have here in this one with Arizona taking on Colorado. Arizona's won 6 of their last 9. They've won 8 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams. Colorado is still just 1-7 in their last 8 games at home. Colorado's gone over in 6 of their last 9. Arizona's gone over in 5 straight. I'm going to take Colorado here on the run line in this one with Gomber. He looked pretty good. We know he's been around the block a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and take Colorado here in this one on Friday night. Colorado plus 1.5 at about even money or so. All right, let's see in the chat what you guys did with this one. It's going to be, let's see here. Andrew K. likes the Diamondbacks. NYC Bar says he likes the under here. Jerry says, can Colorado keep hitting? I guess against Zach Gallen they should, right, Jerry? Blue says Rockies team total over. So there you go. Over 4.5. Yeah, why not? Next up, the Astros are taking on the A's with Hunter Brown on the mound here, going up against Yusei Kikuchi in this one. Pretty good pitching matchup. You got Brown coming in. We know how good he's been. He's 8-3 with a 1.88 ERA, 0.93 WHIP, 182 batting average against for the Angels and Yusei Kikuchi. Well, he's 2-6, but a 3.05 ERA. Not much run support for Kikuchi. We know the Angels average just over 4 runs per game. Kikuchi's just 2-6 overall, but the Reds are 7-8 with Kikuchi on the mound. They've actually done a pretty good job. The widely reported steam came in on the Angels here, and Brown is down to $1.60 or so here. So pretty big discount on Brown in this one, if that's your sort of thing. Still, the Angels, they've been up and down, that's for sure. But, well, right now I'd say they're kind of on the upswing. They've won 5 of their last 6 games at home. Houston's won 7 of their last 9. They've also beaten the Angels in 8 of their last 10 meetings between the two teams, including 6 of the last 7 here in Anaheim. Angels let's see here. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over here, but man, this is it feels like a pretty good pitching matchup to me with Brown and Kikuchi. Let's see if the chat has anything to help me out here in this one. All right, it's going to be Terrell liked the over in that game with the Rockies. Oh, I missed these. Sorry about that. Justin's on Kettle Marte over in his bases. There we go. All right, Andrew's on the Angels. NYC Bar likes Houston here. Blues on the Astros. Jerry says he's going to ramp up Hunter Brown to go over in his K's. Nuke says he didn't like Kikuchi getting beat up in that last game. Terrell says he'll take Houston in this one, and Robert likes the Astros here at -1. Tariq says, give me the under here in this one. All right. Well, the Astros did get a bit of a discount here, but I'm only going to take them on the money line. A little bit of a favorite for me here, $1.60 or so, but I'm going to take the Astros here. Look, there's going to be some pitching. I don't know if I trust a run line here in a game that might not get more than 4-3 final. NYC Bar says that's okay. It's a consensus play anyway, so we don't have to worry about it. Just take Houston here on the money line. Houston consensus from the chat. All-Stars, Royals on the road against the Padres. Now, will the Padres have a letdown? I don't know if they will, because the Padres have been playing so poor right now. I think they know that they got to keep going here at this point, use some of that momentum, because they were not good in that series. In fact, they weren't even I come on here and I'm giving maybe I scared Abel away. Maybe no Dodger fans will ever watch the show here again, but look, I'll say this about the Padres win. I might be talking a lot of trash as a Padre-Dodger rivalry. I was steaming here, getting all mad at the Dodgers last night. But the Dodgers punted that game, and they still almost won. That's how bad it's going here still for the Padres. They're not looking that good. Anyways, Pivetta comes in here with a 7-2 record. He's looked good. 3.4 ERA, 1.04 whip, and a 209 batting average against. Done pretty well. For Lorenz in here, 4-7 record. Padres are facing a pitcher that has a 4.91 ERA, 1.36 whip, and a 290 BABIP coming into this one. The Padres have lost 6 of their last 8. The Royals have lost 8 of their last 12, but the Royals have won 4 of their last 5 games on the road. 9 of the last 13 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Royals have gone under, however, in 4 of their last 5 games. The Royals did take the steam here. The Padres are down to about, $1.65 or so. Kind of varies here a little. I'll call it $1. I'll call it $1.65. I think is fair here, and the total 7.5 might be shaded to the under here in this one, despite that steam coming in on the over, and also the Royals, as I said, did take the steam. Let's go to the chat. See what you got in the Padre game today, and here we go. 9 Legacy. Oh, he's got all of his plays here. Let me get Andrew Case on the Royals. 9 Legacy says Mets on the money line, Diamondbacks run line, Astros run line, Milwaukee on the money line. Thank you, 9 Legacy, for your plays today. NYC Bar likes the over here. Jerry says, maybe Kikuchi, get motivated. Here's Abel. He says the Padres suck. I say the Dodgers suck, and Abel and I are going nose to nose. We're arguing and getting in each other's faces. Abel and I are nose to nose, bill to bill in this rivalry right now after last night's game. Hope you enjoyed it, though. Hope you enjoyed your loss there, Abel. But like I said, the one thing I will say about it, even though the Padres did pull it off, is that, it's the Padres that are still in a bit of a struggle mode. That was just one game to get them kind of fired up, but they haven't been looking good. I will admit that. Padres run line here. Abel says Padres, a bunch of crybabies, but that's okay, Abel, because, hey, how could that traitor Dave Roberts, former San Diego guy, he wanted a piece last night. He wanted to fight Mike Shilton. Mike Shilton would probably take him to the woodshed. All right, Abel, thank you. Good to see you today. All right, let's see. Jerry says, he said last night, I think something like the Padres last night to lose, some on the Dodgers. I don't know if I quite get that one. A Tariq on the under here. And Terrell says Padres, or he likes the Padres, -1.5 here in this one. Abel says just the facts on that one, Ramon. And let's see here. AOD. Nice to have AOD here in their chat. Abel says Padres ain't ever won the World Series, Ramon. Abel says, Ramon, you root for teams that never win. And that's why I have to be a bettor, because that way I can at least win half the time. Let's see here. Andrew says they tried to hurt Ohtani there. Yep, and Ohtani knew it. Ohtani knew that pitch was coming because his manager left him out to dry. That's what happens when you have a manager that doesn't quite know what he's doing out there. He's kind of relied on billion-dollar talent to win the World Series. The guy's Dave Roberts, a wannabe for sure. Let's see here. Padres first 5 here for Robert. Abel says Padres don't want the heat, can't get out of the kitchen. And Dave was a Dodger first, says Jerry. Yeah, well, I just because Jerry, I was around long enough. I saw Dave Roberts play high school football in San Diego County, so that's how long I go back. Speaking of the Dodgers, I want to mention right now we're coming up to that game, but the steam is coming in right now on the under in the game between Washington and the Dodgers here with Gore and Kershaw, a couple left-handers. The total was 8.5, but right now we're seeing it go to 8. Definitely going to 8 over here with Washington and LA today. Steam to the under with Gore and Kershaw. All right, let's see here. Jerry was on the Royals in this one. Thank you, Jer. Also, let's see here. Terrell says this rival. You know what, Terrell? Here's the problem, though. See, the Padres say that the Dodgers are their rival. The Dodgers say the Giants are our rival. That's what they say usually. So, all right. Abel says that was the Padres' big win of the season, and you're probably right, Abel. Unless they can turn it around right now. Like I said, I'm down on the way things are playing. That was great to get a win last night, a much needed win, so we didn't get beat by this dumb Dodger team again because they just keep beating the doors off the Padres. But at least Padres got one last night. All right. Hey, I better make my call here in this one with the Padres and the Royals here. And I'm going to take the over in this one with the Padres and the Royals. All right, next up, the Guardians are taking on the Athletics here in Sutter Health Field, and the Guardians are favored on the road, $1.20. Total is down. Look at this, man. The total in this game is down to 9 over 20 now. Funny because, everybody starts saying, hey, the weather's heating up. Now these totals are going to start heating up here in Oakland, right? Well, all of a sudden the totals are starting to go down in Oakland. I'm sorry, in Sacramento. Gotcha. In Sacramento. This one opened as high as a 10 and is down to 9. All the last couple of games have all kind of trended down. Although last night it looked like it was going to be an under. It ended up probably being a push. I know some people may have gotten it may have gotten a loss at 10.5. They may have gotten a win at 9.5. That's kind of where it was. But the home run there for the A's to win the game 6-4, the game did land 10 still, despite the fact that it was kind of going under all game. Now, the widely reported steam did come in on the under in this game, but I went over. I got it at 10. It was a push for me. I felt like there yesterday. No, I'm sorry. I went with the over, but nonetheless, yeah, it did land 6-4, obviously. Okay, here we go. Cleveland's won 10 of the last 11 games between these two teams, but Cleveland's also lost 9 of their last 13. The A's have won 5 of their last 7, but they've gone 6-13 in their last 19 games at home, and they've gone just 2-10 in their last 12 games at home against Cleveland, although those games were in Oakland, home of Major League Cricket. Cleveland's gone under in 14 of their last 17 games on the road. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over. And I don't know. I just want to keep going with the over now if they want to get all tricky on me and start moving these totals under. I want to trust the steam like I usually do, but I don't know if I can do it here. And even yesterday in a panic when I needed just to get a push those 2 runs, and again, some people may have lost it. I don't want to talk like it was a big time over or anything because they did have trouble getting there in the end, but it was still 6-4, and the A's are still 24-14 to the over at home this season. So I'm going to do it again. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going over here right now. If they're going to keep moving the total lower, look, if it was 10.5 or maybe even 10, maybe I'd go under in this game. It was that close. It's not a premium for me. I'm going to go over again because it's 9. That's just the way I feel about it in this game. So, all right. Oh, Blue went with the Padres there a little bit. All right, Andrew's on the Guardians here. Blue is on Cleveland. Here's NYC Bar. Guardians on the money line. 9 Legacies on the Vegas. Hey, he's going to Vegas here. Abel, this is just shows you where the Dodger fans are. I've already moved like 3 games away from the last. Then the Dodger fan Abel, he's still talking about the Dodgers because these guys can't get enough of themselves. All right, here is. Let's see here. Robert is on the A's. First 5 in this one. All right. I'll take the over. Just when it was about to go under, it still went over. So give me the over at the A's again. But why did the total keep going down here? It seems like right now on these A's games when all the weather is heating up. I know that they said that it was a little bit cooler there yesterday or today, even down to the mid 70s or so, and it wasn't 90 degrees. Jermaine went with the over as well. Thank you, Jermaine. Next up, we're almost done with the baseball here. We've got the Nationals here taking on the Dodgers. We just mentioned it, right? With those totals, with that totals there, the steam coming in this one with Kershaw. So it should be noted, got Kershaw back on the mound here again in this one. He's 2-0 so far with 6 starts. All 6 of Kershaw's starts have gone over, but the steam just came in on the under. Kershaw, 3.25 ERA, 1.3 whip. Mackenzie Gore, he's just 3-6. The Nationals are 6-9 with Gore on the mound, but he's got 2.89 ERA, 1.14 whip, 238 batting average against. So let's see what you got here. Doesn't feel like the Dodgers are good enough to cover a run line here, but they have won 5 of their last 6. They won 4 of their last 5 at home. Washington in a big-time slump here right now. They've lost 11 of their last 12 here before grabbing that W. So, they were in a big-time funk there before finally breaking through with that victory last night, a much-needed win over the Rockies of all teams. So Washington definitely having some problems here. Not getting any break here with the Dodgers at $1.95 or $2 or so. I don't really trust these guys to cover a run line, but I guess I will. 13 of the last 20 meetings between these two teams in Chavez Ravine have gone under. Dodgers have gone over, though, in 4 of their last 5 against Washington. Washington's gone under in 11 of their last 15 games overall. Going to take the Dodgers here on the run line. Washington, if these Dodgers are so good, they better not lose by more than a run to a team that's lost 11 of their last 12 games, but they'll probably be worried thinking about the Padre game, and they'll probably overlook Washington. That's probably what will happen. All right, here we go. And it's got Justin says take Rooker for an RBI. Andrew K is on the Nats. Jermaine says A's game will go over for sure. Justin's going to take the Dodgers with me, so that makes me feel a little bit better there. NYC Bar says take LA. And Jerry says, you know what? Maybe the A's are a good underdog here in this one. Blue is on the Dodgers. Jerry says, take the Nats first 5 on the run line. And Robert's on the Nats here as well. Jerry says, let's see here. Ohtani might lead off with a home run. I hope his little elbow's okay. And here Jermaine says, can't see the number here, but whatever it is, he'll take the first 5. Thank you, Blue, for a great time there. All right, guess that's it in this one. I'll go ahead and take these dumb Dodgers to cover against Washington. Washington was in a bit of a funk. I'm glad they beat the Rockies to get off the snide there a little bit, but that was at home. They'd still lost 3 in a row to the Rockies before that. Now they make the West Coast trip. They do got Mackenzie Gore. You got to trust that steam. Let me update that line actually on the screen, right? Because it is mostly, I guess there are still some 8.5s, but look, I got to call it 8/20 because it looks like it's going down, and with Gore and Kershaw. Maybe pitching should rule tonight, and we'll see if it does. Okay, and finally, it's going to be the Red Sox here taking on the Giants in this one. And, well, welcome to San Francisco, Devers. Look, he's been here already, but all of a sudden, here comes Boston into town. That's kind of been interesting, right? So we'll see. The trade went down, and now they're going to face off here with Boston taking on San Francisco. You got the Giants about $1.25, $1.30, 7.5 over at -115 for Hunter Dobbins here in this one. He comes in with a 3.74 ERA and a 4-1 record, 1.19 the whip, 256 batting average against for Birdsong here. He's a kind of a middle guy, so 16 games with 5 starts, 3-1 record, 2.79 ERA, 236 batting average against. We know Birdsong can deal for a few innings here in this one. Giants have lost 4 of their last 5. Boston's won 7 of 8. They're the hot team coming into this one. Boston's gone under in 7 of their last 8 games. San Francisco's gone under in 5 straight at home. Doesn't sound like there's going to be very many runs tonight, especially the way this Giants offense has been performing. Giants were in a big-time slump, losing games before they finally got that win over Cleveland last night, 2-1 here after losing the first 2 games of the series. The Giants weren't managing very many runs. They scored 2 runs in each game against Cleveland. So what will they do against Dobbins here? For the Red Sox, they come in here pretty hot. They won 2 of 3 at Seattle and in pretty good form here right now. 6 straight games between these 2 teams have gone under. I know the Giants are slumping, but I kind of want to take them here against Boston, despite the fact that the teams are kind of going in opposite directions. Let me go to the chat. Maybe they got something here that I can get involved with. All right. And Jerry says we should have taken Brisbane. You know what, Jerry? I thought you were a subscriber to the free picks. You would have gotten my free picks last night where I did take Brisbane there last night over. So hopefully you're signed up, Jerry. Those are just the free picks. So I thought you were on board with me there. Maybe you just don't like those free winners. Just kidding, Jerry. You're the man. I'm not kidding, though, about having Brisbane. We definitely sent out that one last night. All right, here. Andrew, maybe on those Red Sox here. Nate likes the Red Sox here today. He likes them to smash. Justin says you got to take Devers here now, right? With him over on the Giants now. Jerry's on the Giants. NYC Bar is on the Giants. Jermaine says under. He's on the under. I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants here in this one at home. Even if it's not going too well, I'll try them tonight here against Boston. Give me the Giants tonight. I guess that's it for base. Oh, Tariq likes the under here. There we go, Jerry. I think I had it, yeah. We sent out the Brisbane Lions there last night, plus 18.5, and they won the game, so make sure you're with me on those free picks, everybody. All right. Oh, he said money line. That's what he meant. Oh, you're right, Jerry. You got me. Maybe I just used it for a promo. That's it for the baseball, you guys. Let's move on tonight to the WNBA. We got a few games here, and then that'll wrap up the show. We'll start it off here with the Wings on the road, taking on the Sun. And the Wings are favored here by 4.5. Call it even 5 now. Looks like a little bit of a move here on the Wings. Look, these 2 teams aren't very good. Neither of them are very good, but so far, it looks like a move here. Let me get the notes. Let me get the WNBA notes going here. All right. Dallas, whoops, where's the ground? Dallas comes in 2-11 on the season, but they have the momentum here for sure. They're off a straight up win against Golden State. Connecticut comes in just 2-10, and they've lost 4 straight games right now. Connecticut 2-4 against the spread at home. The Wings are 4-3 against the spread at home. Dallas has gone over in 3 of their 4 games as a favorite, and not only that, Connecticut's gone over in 4 of their last 6 games at home. But this one seems like it's going to be clunky to me. These teams are bad. Is it just because Dallas, they definitely don't play very good defense? Connecticut hasn't looked good defensively. They haven't looked good at all. So are these teams going to all of a sudden click offensively because the teams don't play deep? I tend to think in the WNBA, when you got 2 teams, you get the missed layups, you get those plays where they go up underneath and they can't put the biscuit in the basket. I think it's clunky when and this is 165.5. It's not like we're even dealing with like a 159 or something. We got to go over even higher in this one. I don't get it actually, but I'm going to take Connecticut actually at home. I don't think there's enough difference between these two. Look, maybe Dallas is a little bit better. They're looking a little bit better than Connecticut for sure. I'll give you that. But they're still 2-11 here right now. Are they better than that? Maybe they are, but they really haven't shown it too much here. Yeah, Beckers has looked pretty good too. Dallas in general has looked okay, right? Dejanay there, but Connecticut's had its moments too, or I don't know if they really have had their moments, but you got the grand lady, Tina Charles. She's battling out there a little bit. I don't know what else you can say about this game. I'm gonna take Connecticut plus the points. They're going to move this line higher with the Wings. Both teams have just 2 wins on the season. I'm going to take Connecticut. I might be alone here in this. All right. Jerry says maybe it will be the Sun. Justin's got the Wings, though. NYC Bar says Wings money line. Jerry says, don't forget, you got a little bit of revenge here in this one. And what else? Andrew says, take the under. And maybe, hey, great point here by Justin. You got Beckers coming to play where, in Connecticut, where she was a legendary player, obviously. So that's a great point there by Justin. So, but I'm going to take Connecticut in this one. All right, next up is the Mystics taking on the Dream. Here you got the Dream looking pretty strong here right now. 8-4 record. They won 3 of 4. Yeah, they lost to New York, but they got the money, and they're also 4-1 against the spread at home so far this season. There for Atlanta. For Washington coming in here, they've won 2 of their last 3. They're off of a win at Chicago. They're 7-5 against the spread overall coming into this one. For Washington here, they're 1-5 to the under on the road so far this season. Meanwhile, Atlanta, they're 0-5 to the under at home. Okay, let me say that again. Washington 1-5 to the under on the road. Atlanta 0-5 to the under on the road. And this one's already dropped to 156.5, 157. Okay, I see why now. And the line has moved up here to 9. So, you know what? I'm going to just take the Dream here as my play. But, man, kind of a big move here, the under, and it seems to make sense to me. But the fact that the line's gone up here, hopefully you're checking me out on the WNBA show that I'm on over there on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Hopefully you get a little better line there, but I'll go ahead and take Atlanta to roll here over Washington by double digits tonight. My play will be on the Dream. Okay, next up. We've got the Storm taking on the Aces here in this one. The Storm favored on the road here against the Aces. Now, we do want to know the status here tonight of Asia Wilson. She's been out now a couple games here with a concussion. Maybe tonight they could get her back. You sure hope so. Gabby Williams also, she's questionable with an ankle injury coming into this one. So Seattle comes in 7-5. Vegas just 5-6. Vegas is 1-4 against the spread at home. They're 0-3 against the spread as an underdog. For Seattle, they are off a win and a cover over LA. They've won 4 of their last 5. Aces have lost Aces are 0-5 against the spread. I think they failed to cover 5 straight. Can't read my writing, so anyway, let me see what you guys have in this one. I don't know if I can't read. I can't see anymore. Old man diabetes probably settling in here right now. All right, let's go to the chat. See what you got. A couple of these games here. Maybe I missed some picks on the last one. Here we go. Dream team total under in that one for Jerry. And there's Dream money line for NYC Bar. He also likes the over. All right. In this one between Seattle and Las Vegas here, I'm going to take the under in this one. It's already dropped to 161. Another one here where, we were on it early. And let's call it 161 right now. Definitely moving lower. And look at the move here, though. The storm was I think this means probably that Wilson's going to come back. It's all the way down to 2 here right now from that 4.5, even 1.5 right now at Bovada. That to me sounds like Wilson returns to the lineup, or maybe Williams is definitely out. I'm not sure. Whatever the case may be, the move is clearly on Las Vegas here tonight. Seattle has already won one meeting by 20 points in a high-scoring game at home over Vegas, 102-82. But then Vegas won the second game at Seattle. All right. And let's see here. Thank you, Andrew. Have a great day. Thank you, Abel. Right, Abel. One day we'll win something. Terrell says Asia's turning into the female Anthony Davis. She's getting injured so often. All right, I'm just going to take the under here. I'm kind of rehashing the plays a little bit, but I've got some premiums tonight, so gotta save them here, and I didn't have any props ready to go. All right, one game tonight. Let's continue on, and Nuke has already given it to us. So he says, Rough Riders, first half and full game, plus $1.05 is his play tonight. So, I guess Nuke just kind of stole my thunder a little bit. So what can I do here in this one? If Nuke already gave out the Rough Riders here, man, I don't want to just say the same thing. I'm gonna you know what I'll do, Nuke? I'm gonna take the Rough Riders team total over in this one over Toronto tonight. Look, I think Saskatchewan should roll in this game. I want to give Toronto some chance here, but let me just cover it real quick. The way I was looking at this game here tonight, Trevor Harris looked pretty good, obviously, in that first game, 295 yards and a touchdown in the win over Hamilton last week, or I should say last game, right? He looked good in both games, actually. Hey, the Yankees are getting steamed here right now as we're wrapping up the show here a little bit. Yankees were, what did I say earlier, 230? Well, forget about it. The Yankees now are much higher than that. They're going as high as 275 at some spots already. Man, the Yankees are going up today against Baltimore. I don't know what the news could be. Maybe that Stanton's in there, even though we've already seen him back. And I don't know. But the Yankees are getting steamed right now here on the Morning Steam Show. Okay, anyways, in this one, look, I think Johnson can score a touchdown. I got to like Myers for a touchdown. You got the good running from change of pace back roulette. Arbuckle's not getting much done. I do worry a little bit about not about the Saskatchewan defense necessarily, but with Coxey and Unger, they do have a couple of guys on Toronto, and they are at home 0-2 here right now. Saskatchewan 2-0. I'm going to take Saskatchewan team total over as my play here on the show. All right, Nuke says the Argos are just trash right now. All right, I guess that's going to do it here for the morning steam. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Maybe I can look at the first soccer game. We got 6 good games here today, and you've got tonight Guadeloupe and Jamaica, also Panama and Guatemala. Check me out later today, maybe on the happy hour. We'll have some picks there in soccer today. Also, make sure you're subscribed with me at Winnable. I'll send some picks out, but FIFA World Cup action, and I'm going to take a little bit of action in the FIFA World Cup coming up at noon Eastern and 6 Pacific, and I'm going to say take Benfica -6 goals. I would prefer to try to get them at 5.5, even if I have to lay some juice, but right now it is. Oh, you know what? It's gone down to 5.5 at even money. That's fine. That's my pick on the show. Believe it or not, I've got Benfica here. I think they're going to win 6-0. So I'll lay 5.5 in this one. Benfica over Auckland City today. Abel likes Jamaica today over Guadeloupe. Thank you, Abel. And I think that's going to do it. Be back tomorrow with more morning steam, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Don't forget all the coverage is starting here. We've got our First Strike show up and available for the UFC here on Saturday. We know we got a great card here this weekend coming from Azerbaijan. Still kind of the normal time for our UFC coverage here this weekend, so make sure you're joining us for the main event. Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree, light heavyweights in action here this week. And we have also VB MMA picks up there right now, so you can cover both shows and get your MMA handicapping started here this weekend for UFC Azerbaijan. VB MMA picks is brought to you by SXBet, the world's largest blockchain betting exchange. Make sure you join us on Saturday for that companion coverage of UFC Azerbaijan. All right, I'll have more soccer picks later as well in some of the other games at the FIFA Club World Cup tonight. Flamengo and Chelsea, LAFC and Esperance, Tunis, and Bayern Munich taking on Boca Juniors. We saw yesterday, actually, in the FIFA Club World Cup late, in case you missed it, PSG lost to Botafogo. So the tournament co-favorites, or maybe they were the favorites with Manchester City, they have a loss against Botafogo. So, like I said, this tournament, the teams aren't going to take it seriously. How do the fans take it seriously? How do the bettors take it seriously when you got a team like PSG? Hey, Botafogo, great Brazilian team. Don't get me wrong. But PSG was a co-favorite in this tournament with Manchester City, and you don't come in here taking it seriously and you lose. Kind of hard to, think these teams are too serious about it. As much as they want to hype up the event, the teams don't take it seriously. What are you going to do? So, okay, thanks everybody. That's going to do it. Make sure you get my picks over at winnable.com. You want more content from me? You want those soccer plays? Go subscribe with me over at winnable.com. All right, that's going to do it here on the Morning Steam. Thank you very much for joining me and for the Sports Money Network.
That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. Ramon